In today's game, we're going to explore some features of the newest Civ 7 patch 1.2.1. We're going to use Frederick Oblique and his newly increased ability to pump out free infantry. Patch notes say, we now gain an infantry unit whenever we complete a tech mastery or construct a science building. We'll also be playing on the new Pangaea Plus map. Other settings we'll be using are Immortal difficulty, epic speed with long ages, no crisis, and moderate disasters. We also chose the mementos the Scythian Battle Axe, which gives us +1 gold per commander XP earned, and Kiem, which gives us +1 science per commander level. This plays well with Persia, since all Persian commanders start with a free level in Assault. We chose Epic Speed with Long Ages because this is the new Pangaea Plus map, which places all civs on the same landmass. And we also took Standard Size Map, which is currently the largest. So we're going to have a lot of land to cover during our wars. There's going to be 8 of us crammed on this landmass, so we're going to have to navigate some relationships, but we plan on being a warmonger for most of the game. We're going to be playing as Persia, who have a strong infantry unit, the Immortal, and can get a few free units on their own. Persia can reduce the maintenance on all these units, so they'll truly be free. We jump ahead 10 turns, and we also see rubies. We've found our first hostile IP, that will be a theme here, but we also meet our first leader, Charlemagne. Despite our warmongering plans, we're going to greet him friendly. He too pumps out free units and gets cavalry, which are stronger than infantry. He appears to be nearby, and it's always nice to have friends, and his agenda should be easy to meet. Just have celebrations. Jump ahead a few more turns and we've met 2 more hostile IPs and Machiavelli. We're going to be hostile with him. You can never trust a guy who can declare formal wars on his friends, so we're just going to start the ball rolling towards hostile with him. We're also going to choose our government, despotism for the science and infantry bonuses. And we're going for discipline ASAP so we can get that commander out there for bonus gold and science. Then we meet Hatshepsut, another leader with an easy agenda to meet. Just build less wonders than her. We plan on building military instead of wonders, so we'll greet her friendly for now. We may end up taking a couple of her cities for those wonders later. Jump to turn 31 and we've met Caesar. He loves to forward settle people anyways, so if we greet him neutral, maybe we get some free settlements from him later in the game. I have no clue where he is, but he has a weird agenda. I'll have cities and towns, and I'm sure for some of the game while I'm conquering, I'll have a lot of towns, so I'm not worried about relations with him for now. Besides, I'm saving up influence to befriend Isertu for now. Turn 32 and we've set up defense against Gordium across a river, and we're building our first expansion, Tarsus. That's going to grab us a few nice resources, flax and more iron, as well as access to the east coast. This will eventually be my second city and probably a naval hub. For now, we can only accept endeavors and can't give any because we are surrounded by hostile IPs and need to befriend some. Hopefully relations don't go negative with Hatshepsut or Charlemagne. Turn 35 and we meet the Queen of Wa. She has forward settled Charlemagne, so we're not going to waste influence on this. Charlemagne will probably go to war with her and hopefully wants us to ally with him. Besides, she has another weird agenda. I'll be building all of that stuff, so she may or may not like me. Turn 42 and we've got our commander moved over to Gordium. You'll notice I moved my army from Gordium's west to the north. The river was fine for defending, but I want to attack from the open plains, and there is 1 forest tile that would be perfect for putting a warrior in. We also have our second settler now, so I'm going to send it to the south to plug this hole in the mountain pass and grab 2 more camels. This looks like Silk Road Golden Age is going to be easy for this game. And then there is another hostile IP, with 3 warriors ready to go, sitting right in the middle of a mountain pass. I feel like that's becoming a theme of this map too. Well, the scout's not getting through there. Because we're settling a town down there, we're actually going to use the influence we saved up for Isertu on Yilan. We're going to need to fill up some space in these mountain passes, and I want to save my settlement limit for conquering the unclean masses. We're going to complete writing, so now we can both research writing mastery for a codec and a free warrior, and build a library for a free warrior. I love it when a plan comes together. We're also going to finish our campaign against Gordium, get some free production, free XP, which translates to free gold, and science due to our mementos. We also score our first militaristic attribute point, which we'll spend to get free war support on all future wars. We settle Kusa right there in the mountains and jump to turn 54. Notice Charlemagne went from helpful to neutral because I settled 9 tiles away from his capital. We've repositioned our commander and his army to Kusa, where Nagtapunan has sent their commander after we took out its initial attack of 2 warriors. We received our 2 free warriors and sent one north to a forest tile to defend from possible Izertu attacks, and one south to help attack Nagtapunan. We are swimming in flax, getting 6 science and culture per turn from it. My scout can't explore further without going through a mountain pass. Machiavelli is already in the red, so he'll deny our request for open borders. But that moves us from -20 to 35, and we get our influence back. This is a free way to push us closer to hostile and towards a war. We'll then ask Hatshepsut for open borders, and she'll grant it, further increasing our relations. With some strategic uses of our slingers, we force the AI to keep rotating its least wounded warrior to the front until it has nothing left to rotate out, and we'll wipe out his army, leaving the commander alone in the wilderness. We trigger Frederick's quest, and we'll choose to make a commander, which automatically completes because we do, in fact, have a commander, thus gaining increased production towards infantry units. Let's finish off Nagtapunan, which is now undefended, and it looks like another hostile IP popped up near where we took out the last one. Turn 66 and we get a second celebration. We're going to fire up the war machines this time and start pumping out a second army. We'll take gold in all settlements, so that'll be 6 gold a turn for now. Queue up 2 warriors and a library in Tarsus, and 4 warriors followed by another commander in Parsa. Let's get over there to Painted Rock to get some free XP and gold, and make sure they're not a problem for Tarsus. We're going to go take out Izertu and leave Painted Rock to be a suzerain though. That'll leave a border town between Charlemagne and I in case things get crazy. We just befriended Yilan a few turns ago, and surprise, surprise, another hostile IP stuck between some mountains. By turn 74, we have our first merchant. We're going to send him to Chang'an to boost relations with Charlemagne. And we get a notification that Charlie sent us a trade route almost immediately afterwards, so he's a few turns ahead of us on researching civics. Now that we have the first 3 civics done, we get to go into our Persian civics, where we will find that beautiful -1 gold maintenance on units tradition. This wraps up our video for now. We've built the beginnings of our empire with our first 2 expansions, 1 city and 1 town. We've laid the foundations for our relationships, the hostile and friendly ones, and we've begun to build our army, what will become waves of immortal warriors crashing upon the cities of our enemies. Join me next time as we finish up this business with the hostile IPs and get started on taking out Machiavelli.